Good morning, everyone. Graham Healys from Healys lowerbackpain.com and healyshealth.com. Now, this is a brief video just to tell you what we're all about. First of all, I'll go through the healyshealth.com. It's a huge site where basically I've downloaded most of my intellectual property and life experience on that particular site. But more recently, we've merged our shop onto that site with the Wix platform, which is great. And we've covered a whole lot of not only sports supplements, but we've got a full range of amino acids, and we have the agency basically for metagenics, which is naturopathic medicines. Now, on the naturopathic medicine side of things, this isn't basically a commercially available. It has to go through qualified people to prescribe the natural medicines, even though it's herbs and etc. Normally, you have to go to a naturopath, which we strongly advise. But on our team, we have two main referral people on their team, and one is Dr. Matt Bambling, who is a qualified psychologist. Also, he is a qualified biochemist, and he has written several research articles. He's also a research scientist. So the prescriptions that we advise, be it metagenics, herbal medicines, whether it be amino acids, which are just natural foods, or whether it be sports supplements, and our speciality and our agency is with Urban Muscle, Healys Health Urban Muscle, which is probably, without question, the highest quality sports supplementation available in Australia. Now, I've had a relationship with the owners of Urban Muscle for over 20 years, and my background basically, just quickly, at the moment I'm studying medical science slash chiropractic. And so I do understand a lot of the chemical formulas and all this, because this is exactly what we have to do in medical science. So Dr. Matt Bambling has been a research scientist, well-known research scientist for over 20 years, and he's worked in several universities and institutions, and also has written several published articles, which you can see on our website if you follow through to those links. And Dr. Marshall Montgomery is a well-known chiropractor, but not only that, if you have a look at his profile, he's been a chiropractor for over 20 years, 25 years, and has a similar sporting background to myself. Now, regarding myself, I've had, I'm 64 this year, and I've had over 40 years experience in the health and fitness industry, including, of course, owning my own health centre with over 2,000 members. I've prescribed sports supplements through various companies for, well, I'd say at least 25 years. And I had a very good relationship with the head naturopath of Masashi in the old days. And Masashi was one of the companies that brought all the amino acids out to Australia. And also I had a very good relationship with Vaughan Bullivant's company, Nature's Own, and his head naturopath was a personal friend of mine. So that's a bit of the background. You can have a look on the websites. But what I want to say to you is this: when you come to us, we're not about marketing hype. You want marketing hype? You can go on the internet and try and navigate your way through all what I call marketing BS. What we are, we look at prescribing the correct supplementation, whether it be sports supplements, whether it be amino acids, which crosses over to sports supplements. I mean, we've got all the reference material from Dr. Barry Finnan, who was the head biochemist at the Monash University. He's written 2 or 3 books, at least 2 books that I've got on supplementation regarding amino acids, and there's a whole lot of natural medicine behind that as well. It's not just sports supplements, okay? And with Metagenics, of course, that's the biggest naturopathic company Could be in the world, but certainly is Australia and New Zealand. They have a $40 million complex sitting over there at Virginia. And their formulas, the difference, see, when I was just having a chat to Dr. Matt about this, the difference between what I call prescribed medications, they're usually done in a lab somewhere, and yes, you've got infections or you've got a virus or something, yes, you go to your medical GP, no problem at all, recommend that totally. However, it's all about, what we're all about is informed choices for clients and patients. Now, we've got to define that line. So we're looking at it through the lens, and every person you talk to looks through the lens of their background experience. Now, you can have the greatest university degrees, and I've come across these characters all the time. Sounds good at university, but when you get them out in the real world, when they try to apply something practically, question mark. And they can have all the research too. But the thing is with us, the difference with us is, yes, we look at the research. It's got to be research-based material. But the question is, then we look at who's doing the research. Who do you screen that through? Not all research is good research. And yes, it might be published on PubMed, but then you've got to go and have a look exactly what they're doing and how they're breaking it down, how many, whether it stood the test of time, etc., etc. And in my experience over the years, the stuff they used to say 20 years ago, that we were on the leading edge of it then, and the naturopaths and people associated with sports supplements, they were on the leading edge then, and there wasn't that much research. Now the research is backing up what we said 20 years ago. So when you're on the leading edge, you've got to step across the line a little bit. But I'm saying that these days, because of the internet and because of the rapid assimilation of information, that it's less time to prove natural products really work. Now, having a discussion with Dr. Matt, who's a fully qualified psychologist and a sports scientist, and a biochemist. All right, so sports scientist, biochemist. So that's very important because he does know what he's talking about from the molecular structures point of view and what chemistry works and what doesn't. He specialises on natural products for people with depression and various other psychological problems. So as Dr. Matt said, quote, when you're using natural products, because especially when you're using naturopathic medicines, such as metagenics and other groups, if you go to the right naturopath, one that's preferably had some sort of sporting experience so they know the product they're using actually works in the real world, and we've screened all that very carefully. The body itself accepts natural products far more synergistically than it does artificially made prescription products. Now, when I say that, I'm not against prescription medicines. We're for prescription medicines in the right situation, such as viruses and infections and all that. Of course, you've got to get antibiotics and et cetera, et cetera. However, what we say is this: if you've checked out the natural medications, herbs and what have you, you've got a balanced lifestyle, you've got a balanced diet. And when we talk balanced diet, everyone seems to be an expert in diet these days. For goodness sake, I just can't figure that. Everyone's an expert in everything. Well, maybe they read it on the internet. Collectively, we've got 120 years of experience behind us, and we're still learning. So I don't know how everyone knows everything. It's got me. But what we can offer is that we can give you informed choices on particular things. Like, for instance, as an example, I'll give you one example. I'm working on my father at the moment, and he's 91. He's got a good innings. He looks like he'll live a lot longer than that. But there's a start of prostate cancer. Now, the medical GPs, he's got a good medical GP. He's doing what the medical GPs do. They're trained to do that in a certain line of thinking. However, myself and Dr. Matt have got together and we've put together a naturopathic formulas to help keep his PSA levels down. right? Now, my father's, they've suggested to my father that possibly he has to go on chemo, and we've just said no. And he said no, so he doesn't want to do that. So that's crossed off. So what's the option? The option is look at naturopathic alternatives and have informed choices. So this is the bottom line. With Healys Health, our shop is not just, I don't care about the commercialism of things. I'm about myth busting things and in giving people informed, educated choices. And when you've got that information together, you can make a choice, A, B, C. Yes, I can do this, I can do that. Bottom line is, you are the client. And today, make no mistake, whether you're seeing Dr. Matt from a psychology perspective, or you're seeing Dr. Marshall or any of our other doctors that are listed on our site. If you're seeing them, you might be seeing them for chiropractic care. You might be coming to me for your self-defense, or you might be coming to me for musculoskeletal therapy. That's what I'm doing as I'm going through the. Eventually, of course, in a couple of years' time, I'll be a doctor of chiropractic as well, with the medical science and what have you. But in the process, I'm qualified personal trainer. I used to teach the fitness courses, qualified TAF teacher, all this. And of course, I've got 40 years experience in health and fitness, ex-Olympic weightlifter. So I've got a lot of experience that is looking through the data. Now you add in Dr. Matt, who's got a similar sporting background. You add in Dr. Marshall, who's got a background in sports, martial arts and what have you. You've got 120 years of experience looking through the lens of all that education, right? Education can be very confusing if it's not filtered through the right minds. So we've got a brains trust here, that's what I'm saying, okay? So if you contact us through healyslowerbackpain.com, if you contact us, you will not get some sort of marketing spiel. You will get informed information, and then you make the decisions on what you want to do from there. So, there's a detail on the site. If you go to healyshealth.com, there's a lot of information on there that I've put in over the last 5 years. However, if you go to the shop, you will see there's quite a lot of interesting, there's amino acids, and we've advertised various other sports supplements such as Urban Muscle, and of course we've got Metagenics there, which is prescription only. So Metagenics, you can't just order that, and that's not how it works. It must filter through our two doctors. Dr. Marshall must oversight it, and so Dr. Matt Bambling will oversight anything that we recommend. And of course, I know what I'm talking about as well, but they've got the registered titles, and I'll have that in a couple of years, so that's fine. So we work as a team, and we scrutinise everything very carefully. So if you're interested in basically qualified education and filtering the information through 120 years of experience from myself as the founder of Healys Health, from Dr. Bambling, as a well-known, and he lectures in biochemistry with natural products through to how they actually work and synergistically in the body. Dr. Marshall, one of the best chiropractors I've come across, who also has a very good background in natural health. And actually, Dr. Marshall put me on to lion's mane, which we've got on our website. And the scientific evidence behind lion's mane mushroom powder is that it rebuilds the myelin in the nervous system. Now, I didn't believe that to start with. I sort of joked about it when we were talking to Dr. Marshall about it. However, I went on it 6 months ago, and I can tell you that alone, 3 half teaspoons in green tea every day, will switch the lights on in your mind. It actually does work, and it's noticeable immediately. So, there's things that we try and test ourselves, and then we recommend to people. All the sports supplements, I've used them myself, the Urban Muscle range, it's number one. No stimulants, all amino acids, all totally legal amino acids. TGA approved, Therapeutic Goods Association, which is a federal Australian government screening, and ASADA, which is the sport, the sport body that covers dangerous supplements and all that sort of stuff. So all the stuff that we recommend is all okay, TGA approved, government approved, what have you. So, but in saying that, the government approval, that's great. That costs a lot of money to do that. However, it doesn't guarantee that those people advertising stuff have got TGA approvals. There's a bit of a lapse between the TGA approved products and the stuff that goes out in the marketing machine. So what we say is this: on the marketing side of things, we're very careful. We're not pushing marketing products, couldn't care less, to tell you the truth. I'm about educating and information seeking on particular products. Do they work? Would I recommend them to my father, who's got prostate cancer at the moment? That's the question I ask with every single client. And all of us do the same thing. Dr. Matt, Dr. Marshall, same thing. So that's what you get from us, basically. You'll get informed, educated decisions, and we will run through what we recommend for you through our brains trust, basically. All right, 120 years experience out in the real world, not just sitting in a university somewhere where that's great, but every bit of university education, as I say, always reflects through the lens of the person's background experience. So, we've got all the experience sitting there, and it's up to you to use that experience. Now, if you contact us, we're not going to be spending half an hour on the phone going over stuff. Just send us a scenario by email, bang, 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 what it is. We may do an interview with you. If you have musculoskeletal problems, we'll talk about that. Go onto the website, www.healyslowerbackpain.com or healyshealth.com. And if you're interested in self-defense, I've got another website there as well. So I cover a lot of territory, but I've been involved in holistic health and fitness all my life. So what we all believe collectively is that there's a balance between the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so we try to pull that all together and just inform people so that they become happy and healthier. Now, we haven't got the answers to everything, but you know what? You put 120 years of highly qualified experience together, and I think you've got a good formula. So, Graham Healy from healyslowerbackpain.com and healyshealth.com. Please contact us, and we'll have a chat to you, and have a good day. And, there used to be, in my gym, I had a gym in Townsville about 20 years ago, and I had on the back of the T-shirts, your health is your greatest asset. I still say that. Your health is your greatest asset. And I will look, personally, I always look for the healthy alternative in everything that I'm doing, personally, whether it be physical, mental, or spiritual. So that's what you get from healyslowerbackpain.com and healyshealth.com. Good team of people also we have down in Logan. We have Dr. Nikki down there. And down at the Gold Coast, we've got Dr. Lachlan, both chiropractors, and I thoroughly recommend them. They've got the same philosophy as we have, and you can see them on our website. Go straight to the website and make an appointment today. Have a chat, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, Graham Healy over and out. Phone number is 0411 393 503. Have a good day, have a healthy day, and remember, your health is your greatest asset, and make informed decisions in everything you do. I speak to this to my mother all the time. Mum's recently had a stroke, recovered very well, and she's gone through a lot of processes with medical doctors, and she's been through process with my preferred chiropractors as well. And I've said to her, Mum, you're in control of what people advise you and what you actually make the final decision on. That's what I say to everyone. At the end of the day, it's us, or you, the client, that has the final decision. Don't just rely on what people tell you, whether they be doctors or whatever. What you've got to do as a client, you've got to make a decision based on informed information, informed decision, educated information. And you've got to be very careful where you're hearing that information from. Because as I say, in the world today, everyone seems to be an expert, and they're not all experts. They see stuff through the lens of their background experience. So come to us, we will filter that for you, and if you're not happy, we'll refer you to someone who we believe can help you. All right? Graham Healy over and out. Have a great day.